conscious. Or you can just have a dream. You can just have a dream, an idea that you want to achieve. A couple of different ways of using it. Let's talk technical for a moment. The dream time, when your brain is in dream time, it's identical to your brain in deep meditation. The brain does not perceive in a continuum. The brain takes a period of information and then closes down. And when it closes down, it stores that period of information. Then it opens back up, and it takes in another period of information, and it closes down, and it stores that period of information. Just like you don't eat in a continuum. You take a bite, you close your mouth, you chew, you swallow, then you open up again to take another bite. That's what happens in life. Your brain takes a bite out of life, closes down, and then digests it or stores it. It usually doesn't digest it, it just stores it. In today's world, there's so much information that it doesn't have time. In active day life, that opening and closing of the brain is somewhere between 12 times a second and 36 times a second, depending upon how you're functioning. The faster, the less you bring in with each bite. But also, the faster you start to go on autopilot. And when you go on autopilot, you start selecting the same information each bite. The same information. You'll look at, and I'm not going to point at anybody because I don't want anybody to feel that I've pointed at them. You'll look at this person, oh yeah, jerk. You look at this person, oh yeah, jerk. Yeah, boy, there's jerks all around me. Jerk. Woof, jerk. Whoa, I'm surrounded by jerks. Wow, the whole world is full of jerks. You know, what is that person ensuring? That they know where all the jerks are. They're trying to ensure their safety by discovering where there's danger. But let's understand one thing. We all have a jerk in us. So if there's somebody around us that wants to find our jerk, they'll find it. So it's not about what's out there, it's about how you're perceiving what's out there. So when you speed up your brain, you're going to take in less and less information, and pretty soon you're going to get to the smallest amount of information that will confirm your attitude. And that's a really deep, structured fanaticism. Right? You see the fanaticism that's going on in the world today all over the place, and it does. You know, no one has a trademark on it. Everybody's involved in it. Right? So now let's slow the brain down. When you go into relax mode, that's called beta stage. When you slow down, you come into alpha stage, and that's just a deeply relaxed stage. You know, not even so much deeply relaxed. That's just a relaxed stage. A non-induced relaxed state. I'm not talking about you relaxed because you drank a glass of wine or something like that. I'm just talking about you relaxed, right? Because the masking that happens behind alcohol and anything else is like a whole other story. It doesn't even exist on this conversation. But then you take it down one more level, and now you go down into what's called the theta stage. Now the theta stage is the stage in which the brain is actually taking a bite out of life between 4.5 and 7.83 times per second. And even though that still sounds like a lot of bites per second, it's super slow for the brain. And it's so slow for the brain, and there's so much information within each bite, that the brain usually goes to sleep. And that period of time generally takes place when you're unconscious. And it's called dream time. And they do sleep pattern analysis, and they show that, yes, to get to deep sleep, you pass through dream time, etc. But what also occurs in that time is if you can maintain consciousness, that's when the dreams become the dreams that you decide, rather than the dreams that the subconscious decides for you. When the subconscious decides dreams for you, it's like being forced into a room every night. Somebody else has the remote control, and you have to watch TV. And they have no concern about what you want to watch. They just change channels. As a matter of fact, they're so clever at this remote control, they'll mix channels all in one. So you'll have a dream that you were riding a carrot and farming a horse. You know? Just like crazy stuff. And then you say to somebody, do you know how to analyze my dreams? That's like saying to somebody, can you analyze my garbage? The thing of it is that when you can actually begin to program not only your meditative dream time, but also your unconscious nighttime dream time, this is when you begin to be in charge of your plans. What you're writing down, be the change you want to see in the world. You can really take a greater step towards them. You can program before going to bed each night. Go into meditation, allow yourself to get into a deeper state. Probably it'll be a low alpha because you'll take some time for you to practice to get into a theta and still be conscious. But just go into that, and in that deepest state, assign yourself something that will be taken care of, something that will be answered, something that will be revealed while you're in unconscious sleep. And then you just take it, and you should probably do this on top of your bed, and then you just take it and you lie down, whichever style you do to lie down in your bed, and you go to sleep. And you've given yourself a command that you're going to solve and resolve or create or whatever it is while you're in dream time. And then practice doing meditation by focusing on breath. And we're going to do a couple of asanas so that we can get our body into a circulatory state, that we can then focus on breath and go deeper into this state of brain framing while still conscious. Now understand that there's a level of brain framing, or taking that bite, that's below theta. It's called delta. And delta is that deep sleep. Yogi Bhajan could go into delta while still being conscious. And I'll tell you a cute story, and then I'll let you have a discussion. I was sitting right about where you are. My wife was sitting right next to me. And we were at a Yogi Bhajan class. And he assigned us a meditation that I thought, like every other meditation that he had given that week, was going to be a 31-minute